Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We back. We back. We never even left. Welcome to Beast Rhymes and Parlays, where the stats hit different and every parlay got a beat behind it. It's your boy, Mr. CEO Gangster. Your boy, Jay, to my
What's
right.
up? What's up, everybody? Let's
What
get this.
up, though, man? And honestly, looking at it, I think you're to my left, man. But, I got my right and left all mixed up, man. I'm like Sam Donald out here. What's
Right.
good? What's good, man?
Man, always on the right, man. I'm your right hand man, bro. You always on my right. Let's get this going. Let's get this show going, man. We're gonna try to win some money. Playoffs is here. It's money time. Let's lay it on the line. If you're
All
scared,
right, man.
then
All right.
see, I ain't even gonna say nothing like that. If you're scared, go to a different show, man. We ain't doing none of that plus $289.99. You put $1 down and you get 500,000. We over here making precise bets for people who make decent money. And let's just try to double our bankroll. Let's go.
For sure, man. And sometimes we dabble a little bit, 600, 700, maybe a plus 1,000, man. But I feel you, man. The plus 10,000 sometimes get crazy, man. But you know what? We'll talk about that later. We got TikTok, we got Instagram somewhere. We put some of that stuff up. We want everybody in here, man. Everybody to join the movement we are about to create, and y'all don't even know about it yet. All right, man. We're gonna start off this week on fire, man, with some fire futures, man. What you got for some futures, Jay?
Now, let me be clear. I think Ohio State's winning the whole thing. There's no doubt in my soul. But when you do futures, you got to find something that's kind of a little low risk, super high reward. Something you can throw 20 at and make it worth your while. At
Mm-hmm.
first, I was going to do like Texas Tech, but I looked at Texas Tech because they had a bye. And they're in the softer bracket out of the two. They would have to play the winner between Indiana and Oklahoma, most likely. But they're also going to probably have to go through Oregon. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I looked at Oklahoma. They're plus 5,000, meaning $20 gets you $1,000.
Yeah.
They're going to beat Alabama. I don't want to hear it. They're going to beat Alabama. We'll discuss this later. So second round, they get Indiana. They don't have to go to Indiana. It'll be at the Rose Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, somewhere where they could take their defense, put it on the field, and put Indiana in one of those type of games.
Mm-hmm.
Field goal wins. Now you get to that next round, it's them against Oregon. Oregon, outside of Eugene, they're beatable. They get to the championship, they're playing Ohio State or Georgia, you cash out, boom, you probably made $500 if you do 20. Now, if you get stupid and do 100, you might be able to come out with about $2,000. But I'm just saying, that's what I'm looking at. So for a future, what's worth the value, in my opinion, would be Oklahoma plus 5,000. That's ridiculous. They probably won't get there, but who's got better odds? Like, who else could you really do a Hail Mary with?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man, for Oklahoma shot, you might as well give me that 20 minutes. I'm gonna go to the casino and play some slots, my nigga. I'm gonna give y'all better value on them slots than y'all got betting Oklahoma. So everybody listen to him, y'all give me them 20s. Because I'm telling you, my wife be hitting on the slots, man. I'm telling you, she just hit like for some good money, like just recently. So I'm gonna go give the money to her. We'll go to MGM, her favorite slot. We'll get y'all some value, man. But no, but no, man, I see what you're saying, man. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I think the value on the casino slots when it comes to Oklahoma. But my turn, man, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Oregon, man. Well, I think Oregon actually got a shot because Oregon actually has an offense who can move the ball down the field and score and don't average 13 points a game. I don't think. Tell me a college football national champion ever that's average like 13 points a game. That doesn't happen in college. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go Oregon plus 800. That's my value. I think they got a real good defense. I think they are deep. I think when they got the, we'll talk about later. But I think when they got injured and lost their top 3 receivers, I was able to see how good the damn backups was. So you got to be in college players not used to going as far down through January. So your team it's gonna be some injuries. So you have to have a deep team to make it too. I think Indiana's good. They're not as deep. I think Ohio State another deep team. That's why I like Ohio State. Georgia don't seem to be as deep, but I do like how deep Oregon is. So I think my long shot gonna be a plus 800, reachable and obtainable. We'll talk about that because I know you on Oklahoma hard. You already know who you on Oklahoma. Pause. But
Yes, balls.
I like another one. A couple more things. I like Indiana and Ohio State in the championship. I think we sleep on Indiana. I think they can meet again. Indiana did beat Oregon and did beat Ohio State. No matter how you say that happened, those two are the best teams in the country. Indiana got both of them on the resume. Indiana probably got the best resume out of most of these schools. But if you look at Ohio State beating Indiana, it's like plus 525. And even if y'all think Indiana gonna beat Ohio State, either or you got plus. I think Indiana beating Ohio State is like even more, like plus 8. I forgot what it was, but I know for a fact the one I like was plus 525. Ohio State beat Indiana again in the championship. So I do like that one. Also, too, I want to let y'all know another good strategy, and I got this from somebody. I forgot. I wasn't the one that came up with this. But if you like Indiana or you like Ohio State at low odds, you can bet them to beat the spread each game because it's a playoffs. The spread, so you can start off with 100, you 200, 400, 800. You'll get about $800 off of Ohio State beating the spread 3 times in a row. So that's another thing. All right, y'all. Next, we about to jump into our recap, 2025 recap. I think we had a good year. I think we had one of the best years you probably didn't ever seen because for one, real quick, Jay, I know you're about to say something. We are, and I think I'm gonna clip it for y'all again because I don't think y'all remember the first time. There's more y'all to know us now, but we had an undefeated show this year, and it wasn't just one pick from him and one pick from me. We had multiple picks, multiple parlays, and we hit all of them. And I don't think that's ever been done. What you got, Jay?
No, I was gonna say this is our rookie season, bro. I mean, I think we won a lot for some rookies, man. And as far as like putting it out there, getting the content out there, building the following, this was a very successful year. And I mean, it's bigger things to come. That's all I want.
Definitely. For sure. Our GMB solo bets 11-4, up 7 units. Probably not. It's 11-4. I don't know the exact units, but if you're 11-4, you up no matter how you put it. CEO Champ Chain. The Champ Chain CEO is for J3. I beat him by 1. I hit him with the Kobe game 7. I think it was BYU, but I think against Cincy, don't remember. But I'm up 4-3 in that one. We got more to come, y'all. Underdog money line for me 3-1. That was straight out. They had to win it straight. It wasn't covering the spread. It was actually underdog money line winners. My CEO bets wasn't as good, 5-8, but we're gonna work on that. We're gonna get better. Jay's underdog money line 1-1. Jay's best 1-1. And the biggest thing of them all, man, we hit 14 parlays so far this season. Y'all ain't seen that nowhere. If y'all think y'all saw it somewhere, y'all get in the comments and tell me because I don't believe y'all, man. Let's move on. We got Miami at Texas A&M. Texas A&M a 3.5 point favorite over under 48.5, man. What you got on this one?
I got Texas A&M. Just point blank and simple. Texas A&M, in my opinion, has a better, more elusive quarterback. They got the better receivers, the better offense overall, so they can put up points. Now, they have a defensive line that can get after a quarterback that can pass. Now, the problem with Texas A&M is they do give up big plays. That has been known. And they can't stop the run. But guess what? Miami can't run the ball. So their weakness, I don't think, can be exploited by them. So me personally, I'm taking Texas A&M. And if you become one track with them where you got to pass, Carson Beck is known to turn the ball over, especially on the road. So I think this is a no-brainer. It's going to be noon. It's going to be rocket. It's going to be out there in Texas. They hyped up. They ain't been in the playoffs shit that I can remember. So I can only imagine how hyped that game is going to be. And I expect Carson Beck to at least turn the pill over twice. And that's all Texas A&M is going to need to move on to the second round. So if I had to predict the score, man, give me 31-17 Texas A&M.
Okay, you saying the route. So before I get to my CEO notes, I do want to tell y'all he is on point because they had 2 losses this year. They lost to Louisville. They was trying to win at the last second, interception. They lost to SMU in overtime. SMU scored. Miami had to come and score, interception. Just what he told y'all, when it comes down to it, he throw them interceptions. The 2 games he lost this year, it was off of his interception. So I do like that. CEO notes, Texas A&M biggest weakness is their defensive inability to stop the run and give up explosive plays, as he just mentioned. If they're ahead and you have to pass, their elite pass rush can tee off and take over. But as long as you keep it even in a close game script, you have a chance to beat them. Texas had their first 100-yard rusher versus A&M this year after playing already 11, 12 games. And they also gave up almost 200 yards to the running back from UTSA, running back Henry Jr. earlier this year. Miami, Beck's Carson Beck will need to lean on the run game and a good old line to have a chance in this one. He is not a quarterback who can play from behind, as we just mentioned, and beat you with his arm. He also doesn't have the arm strength to stretch the field. So Miami has long, methodical drives normally that keeps the game close and lower scoring versus the better teams. Miami's secondary is their weak link, so their front seven, which is elite, like A&M's, will have to get quick pressure on Reed to help. If they don't get quick pressure and Reed get that ball off downfield, Concepcion is going to eat.
Oh, he gonna kill.
I forgot the other guy, but they got two legit receivers that will eat if you don't get to him, because Miami do have a little bit, their secondary can hurt them a little bit. But what they've been doing, their front seven kind of have not let you get to them. And also Miami had a weak schedule. So they've been playing ahead. And when you know somebody's going to pass, it's a little bit easier. But this game, I'm going to lean on you. For one, if I was to bet this game, you know what? I can't bet Miami. They coach. I couldn't do that because it's too much stuff against Miami. You got a quarterback who's average, not going to beat you with his arm. You on the road for the first time in the hardest environment you've ever been. You got the better coach in Texas A&M, and then you got a coach in Cristobal who loved to just give away games. He almost gave the game away against Notre Dame that he had. Yeah, I'm with you on A&M. I don't like the spread, y'all. It's not going to be a best bet, but if I was to have to bet, I would bet A&M. You got anything else on this one?
No. It's all set for me, man. I think we already know exactly what it is, man. I think it's gonna be real simple. I think Texas A&M gonna get them boys up out of there because I like everything you said. You've exploited Texas A&M's weakness. I don't think Miami can do it. And then the coach is a bonehead. That's the only point I forgot. I forgot he does stuff.
I did too.
Yeah, man. I'm doubling down. Texas A&M.
Yeah, man. When you throw in Cristobal, y'all, if you try to tell me that this dude blow big games in the regular season, and he also blow not big games in the regular season, he's not gonna blow a big game in the playoffs, the biggest game he's ever played. Yeah, I'm with you on that. But if y'all don't know, y'all new to the show, CEO Notes, the purpose of that is I'm gonna give y'all both sides because y'all might not like our picks. Y'all might hear something we say in the notes that give y'all another pick, and it might not even be a side. It can be an over/under. It might even be a prop because now y'all like, okay, A&M got a little weakness. Maybe Miami back do go over. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it's for. Let's jump on to the next game. Tulane at Ole Miss. Ole Miss 17.5-point favorite. Over under 56.5. What you got on this one?
Ole Miss, talent-wise, is light years ahead of these guys. Better team. Played in the SEC. Top-notch team. Explosive offense. Can put up a lot of points. They should cover. So my pick is Ole Miss. Personally, you don't have to follow me. I do some lone wolf shit. I am personally going to sprinkle a little bit of money on Tulane to win because
to win, not cover.
To win.
Okay, we got another donation, y'all. Go ahead.
What is the easiest way to lose a game?
Pass the plate, y'all. You pass the plate.
Ole Miss is going through this with their coach. Their coach wanted to coach them, but he left for LSU. And the school said, no, you can't come back and coach this team. We don't know what this new coach is going to bring. Tulane, I've seen them. They got a very solid coach, very style coach, old school coach, cussing people out on the sidelines and everything else. And they put up points. There is a chance Tulane could jump on these boys early, 14-0, and that panic meter kicks in. I don't think Tulane could blow them out, but Tulane could put them in a pressure situation. And I could see Ole Miss starting to fold because one thing we do know about Lane Kiffin, I know everybody tries to clown him, but everywhere he goes, they put up points. So I don't love this game, but actually, if I have to pick, I'm picking Ole Miss. Lone wolf shit, sprinkle a little money on Tulane because you never know what's gonna happen without your coach. That's their leader, bro. Now they taking direction from a stranger.
You're right. You definitely right on that. But before I get to my CEO notes, dog, everybody in the congregation just pass down y'all plates. Everybody who following him, all the sprinkles y'all want to put on Tulane, just put it in the plate, pass it down. I'm gonna take it, man. I'm gonna go get me a Bentley off of it. All right, we got Tulane. The defense lacks size, looked like a JV team. This game should look like the first matchup. Ole Miss won 45-10. No real talent on either side of the ball. Quarterback Restloff has to do everything. Pass and in the pass game and the run game. If he struggles, they don't stand a chance versus anyone, honestly. That's how they lost 48-26 versus a bad UTSA team. He actually threw like 4 interceptions that game. Unless Ole Miss overlooks them, they don't really have a chance, honestly. I don't think they belong on the same field. Ole Miss has talent to run away with this game. But the real question, like he was speaking, is how will Ole Miss offense function without Lane? The defense can get pressure with 4. Ole Miss front 4 should dominate Tulane's offensive line, forcing a below-average quarterback, Restloff, we just talked about, to beat them through the air and make plays with his arm, which I don't think that's something he can do. A note, when we talked about new coaches, and we do have a new head coach, but one thing I do like is head coach Pete Golden was Bama DC from 2018 to 2022. He had a national championship, 4 conference titles, and they had 3 playoff appearances. So I remember them defensive team. They had some good defensive teams. So my thing with Tulane is like, even if my offense not functioning right, I got a head coach that know how to play defense and can possibly shut you down to 10. On film, the way Tulane moved the ball is against bad secondaries, and they got this little stretch play, this read play where he faked, the read. He gets a lot on them zone reads. He gets a lot of running yards on them zone reads. If you stop that, it's tough sledding, man. You got anything else on this one? All right, let's jump ahead. We got JMU, James Madison University at Oregon. Oregon 21-point favorite, over under 47.5. Now this one is with some 20. It was started at 21.5. And honestly, there's some 21s out there, y'all. And I actually saw a 20.5 today. But what you got, Jay?
Man, just to be real, until time is gonna have to go on, because right now this isn't the NCAA tournament, so there are really no Cinderellas. When you give a spot to Tulane and James Madison, it would have been much more exciting for like Notre Dame to be here, because these games would be a lot different if we talk about Dame versus one of these two teams.
Yes.
James Madison has no chance, bro. They just showing up. They're gonna get money for their school. They'll probably get like a varsity letter on their jacket or some shit like that. They are going to get punished, bro. Now, the only reason I'm not taking the 21 is because Oregon got bigger fish to fry.
Mm-hmm.
They can get up on these boys easily 42-14 and just pull the starters, bro.
Mm-hmm.
James Madison can cover up the back door. And if you just look at the box score, it might look like it's a lot closer than what it actually is. They're going to punish this team. James Madison shouldn't be here. I mean, I get that you reward people for what you reward them for, but yeah, man, they stand no chance, bro. And the thing is, it was crazy because when we were talking earlier, you reminded me, because I saw the game that you're gonna bring up against Troy, and I remember turning to it like, yeah, that could beat these teams. Like, I was just looking like,
yeah,
all right. And then when they made the time, I was shocked. To be honest.
Yeah.
Again, man, this ain't the NCAA tournament, man. This ain't basketball. One dude ain't going off for 35 to give you a shot. So, Oregon.
Yeah.
Oregon. I just don't like I don't like this. I don't like big spreads. That's it. You know,
I got you.
If you got to play, because think about it, you got to play again in another week. I'm not ready my people to get. Once I get up, if I'm up 21 in the fourth, I'm pulling everybody.
Yeah.
I got fish to fry in this shit. Have someone think about it, bro. Your quarterback twists his ankle playing James Madison, bro.
You're right.
That's why I don't like. That's the only reason.
You're right. That makes sense, man. CEO notes for James Madison. The score, as we just mentioned, the score versus a bad Troy team, 17-14 with 5 minutes to go in the game. The true score is actually 17-14 because they scored late on a strip sack fumble for a touchdown. And honestly, at that point, Troy could have been up 14-10 because James Madison got another touchdown, 73-yard touchdown, where the 3 dudes had him tackled. And if they just Troy, and that's how bad James Madison is. They're playing a team who had 3 players tackling 1 running back, and they all fell off of them, and they only beat them really 17-14. No, come on now, man. They should have beat them by 40 points. The spread was 23.5. And so JMU reminds me of South Florida. The offense is led by their run game, starting with their quarterback, Barnett, and running back, Wayne Knight. I do like Wayne Knight, but I think it's levels to this. They have no real threat at receiver, and Barnett is not a threat. Does not have a threat. Is not a threat as a passer. JMU's defensive weaknesses is secondary. They don't cover well at all, man or zone. Like sometimes you know how you bad in zone, but good in man. Man, they terrible man and zone, man. The defense don't cover well. So they commit a lot of pass interference calls, a lot of pass interference penalties for lack of talent. They're always getting beat, so they always grabbing on somebody and always putting them down to avoid. I saw that a lot, man. You got to watch that Old Dominion game. I think it was something like that. They beat Old Dominion, but Old Dominion was just slicing them up, man. Like 90, they had like a 98-yard touchdown pass against them. Like, how you give them a 98-yard touchdown pass? Oregon offense gained depth the past few weeks. I think they had their top 3 receivers out. When they was out, they found out how good. I found out how good. They might already knew, but I found out how good they backups was receivers 4 through 7, and I like that. Now they're back and they practicing now. And it was Evan Stewart who's been out all year. They main dude, he might even play this game. I honestly think they'll probably send them out to next game so they don't need them, but at least their top 2 dudes will be back. JMU gonna be a big step down in class. They should score on JMU at will. JMU has a horrible defense, especially with their secondary. You beat Oregon throwing the ball downfield. That's not something JMU quarterback can do. He's actually run first, run heavy. They remind me of, again, against the South Florida team. I think this game looks like South Florida versus Miami. I honestly think it looked like that. It was so many people back in South Florida at 17. Yeah, and we see how that went. Per PFF, Oregon only have a 7% explosive play rate allowed, first in the country. Also, too, Oregon is a top 3 online in the country. It's Indiana, Iowa, and Oregon. It's crazy they're all in the Big Ten. So JMU not gonna be able to get to Dante Moore. He's gonna be able to sit back and split that weak secondary. Don't be surprised, y'all. It's gonna be some 60, 70-yard touchdown passes. It's gonna be crazy. On the flip side, I heard somebody today say, I forgot who it was, but he said JMU has a top 5 in the country defensive game plan or defense against the run. It's levels to this, y'all. One thing people miss out and why they don't hit as much as they should when they pick the games, they don't think about strength of schedule. Them same people a couple years ago were saying they was gonna be Notre Dame. And I put a whole bunch of money on Notre Dame to cover a 20-point, and they won by 50. And so JMU top 5 per PFF against the run. But when you play PAL teams, you can't just all of a sudden go to a high school team and think you'll be top 5 again. JMU will not be top 5 if they play in the Big Ten or the SEC against the run. No. So they can stay in a little lane over there, just like Jay said, and we're going to roll with Oregon all day. All right, we got the last game up. This is honestly going to be the best game of the day. Louis, I think, if y'all talk to Jay, he don't think it's going to be a good game. He think Oregon, Oklahoma going to run away with it. But I'm going to let him talk about it for y'all. What you got?
I got Oklahoma hands down, man. I'm saying, bro, I don't see how they lose this game. Oklahoma's going to be at home Friday under the lights. Like I look at this game. You know what I hear in my head? Kanye West, all of the lights, all of the lights. That's what I hear. Like it's gonna be electric. Oklahoma's defense is lights out, and they play to Bama's weaknesses. Bama can't run the ball, which allows Oklahoma to get after you. You put pressure on Ty Simpson. He likes to throw interceptions. What does Oklahoma do? Take away the pill. How did they beat them in Alabama? They took away the pill. Special teams with a quarterback with a broken hand. Now, I think Mateer is going to be better this go round. At home, everybody's going to be excited. Let's say Alabama does try to turn in the roll tide and boss up. They're going to get power bombed out there because you saw what happened when Michigan came in there and dropped on the side of their necks. Oklahoma is built for this game. Oklahoma is built perfectly because Alabama's going to try to turn it to the Washington Huskies and throw it all around. I expect them to turn the ball over at least twice. Oklahoma should hold them to 17 tops. So all they got to do is score 20 points. This is a win. This is a win. I like all matchups. And Alabama receivers have had the drops this year. No real run game. I don't like it. The only thing I understand your concern for Pauls because Oklahoma just can't score. You can see this game being 19-13 or something weird like that. That's their issue. If they could put up some more points, Oklahoma would be the dark horse that I am saying that they could be to get to the championship, for my future.
Agreed. And if Mateer was as good as we thought he was,
he was until he broke his hand.
Hold on.
I just got to take up for it. He don't have a fucking run game. They have him doing way too much out there, bro, and he get depressing. That's what happened. At the beginning, he was looking straight. That Michigan game when you saw he had to have like 20 carries and throw the ball 30 times. You asking a lot of a guy that's not Josh Allen. You know what I mean? You asking Tim Tebow to be Josh Allen. That's
and so that's my point, though. My point is, I think his sky is limited because of him being a Tim Tebow. Now, I definitely, so we on point on that. That's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I don't think Oklahoma has the talent Florida had to cover up for Tim Tebow. Like, Tim Tebow had a limit. If you put Tim Tebow on this Oklahoma team, they'd probably be the same Oklahoma. But Tim Tebow was on the team.
This guy, he's a better thrower. He's a better thrower.
Nah, we can talk about that's a whole other subject for another show. But all I'm saying is, I think that Florida just had way more talent on that team than what Oklahoma has overall. But let's go to CEO notes real quick. The first game, we're going to start with Oklahoma. First game versus Bama, they got outgained by Bama by 200-plus yards. They got 20 points off turnovers and special teams, setting them up with drives from the 30-yard line, including a pick six, and they had a punt return inside the 30, and they also had a strip sack. So they actually only won the game by 2 points. So you're trying to tell me you had a pick six, a strip sack at the 30-yard line, and you also had another punt return inside the 30-yard line. What happened was Oklahoma kicked the field goals instead of a real good offense scoring touchdowns. If they would have scored touchdowns, that game would have been at least a double-digit game. The true score, and we always go on true scores here, y'all, and the true score is you find out how good we're trying to teach y'all. You find out how good a team really is. We take away fluke plays, big plays, turnovers, and special team touchdowns. Those don't happen on a normal basis. You take them teams mano a mano, now you know who's the better team. And that's how you kind of find stuff out here. And that's why we got the CEO notes. That's why my boy Jay on here talking to y'all. We're going to get y'all some game, man. That's all we hit 14 parlays, y'all. That is the reason. Just like the whole season, Oklahoma defense will have to win the game. We're going to go to Bama. Ty Simpson allegedly have had back injury. And so one of my bros asked me, they said since he got hit, I forgot what game it was, a few games ago, that he hadn't been playing the same, but I guess it's been a back. Now, he had a couple weeks to recover. If he comes out like he was in that Georgia game and his back, for one, you can't even walk with a back. If you had a back injury, you could go to work every day, you're not going to do anything, let alone play football. If that's still bothering him, I'm with you, Jay, it's going to probably be a route. But long as he got it, I think he got his back straight, I think they have a little bit of a chance. He had a couple weeks off now, which I just said. Now, Bama has the better offense in this game by a wide margin, as we've seen in the first game. If they don't turn the ball over, they should have success offensively similar to what they did in the first game. Tennessee and Ole Miss was able to move the ball versus Oklahoma, so it shows that they can be vulnerable a little bit. Oklahoma defense has a good secondary and linebackers, but don't really get pressure on the quarterback. But that shouldn't matter with Mateer. I don't think you have to really get pressure on Mateer to beat him. Mateer is one of them quarterbacks you honestly want to sit up, you want to bring your defense up, and you want to make Mateer beat you over the top. Mateer has to dink and dunk the ball. You the man, Jay, for that. You brought up a perfect comparison when you said Tebow, man. I did not think about that this whole season, man. I got to give you props on that one. Just like Tebow, he's not a downfield thrower. So if you make him go over the top, you can kind of beat him. I'm not going to pick this game, y'all, for obvious reasons. You see some stuff from Alabama. I see some stuff with Oklahoma. When it's a 50-50 game, I like to take the underdog. I'm not at a point and a half. If it's a 50-50 game, you got to have at least 3.5 points. So that's why I'm not going to pick this one. I might do a little bit of art later on this one, but you got anything else?
Yeah, bro. You come to Oklahoma with a hurt back, leave on crutches. That's exactly how it's rolling. That defense ain't playing with that, man. He going to leave in crutches, bro. His back better be healed.
It better be.
Because he's going to be running for his life.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's going to be very interesting, bro. No, it's not going to be very interesting. I got Oklahoma. I see him winning like 21-13.
Okay. Now, just to be fair, y'all, I like to predict sometimes, like I told y'all. And y'all, if y'all go back in the shows, a lot of times when I say a game gonna look like another game, it only does. So I honestly not gonna predict this one that way, but I'm gonna tell y'all, if Bama don't turn the ball over, Bama win this game. If Oklahoma gonna need at least 2 turnovers, I think, in this game to win the game. So let's see if that plays out. Oklahoma 2+ turnovers, they're gonna get the W. Oklahoma 1 turnover or less, I think Bama can get the win. Let's see. All right, next we're gonna go to Jay's Holiday J parlay, man.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna keep it simple. Oklahoma money line, Texas money line. I already told you before. This is double your money. Put down 20, win 40. Can't be mad at it, bro. Let's just keep it simple. And one other thing I forgot to say during this during the show. Last year, all the home teams won. Nobody went on the road and won. The first round is the teams are at home. Do you know how tough it is to win on the road? Just look at the college. It is tough.
It is.
Especially unless you got a lights out defense. And none of these teams going on the road have a lights out defense. So give me Oklahoma and Texas money line. I would have put Oregon and Ole Miss on there, but the odds ain't worth it, bro. So
yeah,
I'll take just that Holiday J parlay.
And if y'all feeling real saucy, y'all throw a little bit more on that, man. Y'all could throw 200 and get 400, man. It adds up. It definitely adds up. And I do like this one. But we also, too, make sure y'all don't forget, man, on some of them sprinkles about Tulane and a couple of them other players, just don't forget, man. Put it in the collection plate and pass it on down to your boy. All right, we're going to go to the CEO Blueprint Alt Parlay. I think Bama stays within 8. I just don't see Oklahoma really taking off on anybody. This their offense is not built for it. So I can see the game, like you said, 21-13, 21-16. But I also, other than what he thinks, I think Bama has a chance to win, but I'm not going to pick either side. We're going to go with that one. And even though that spread is big, I think Oregon sleep is 14 points better than JMU. So we're going to go with this one at -124. All right, next we have the best bet. My best bet, we're going to go Oregon 21. I think they can really jump up on them. I remember, and I think you do remember, and if y'all watch college football, y'all remember when they came in with Liberty, and they were people, you know how people always going to bet both sides. Liberty this, Liberty that. They smoke Liberty, and I think it's going to be the same way. And we didn't already talked about your best bet, Oklahoma. Y'all all know what he on. Make sure y'all check out the TikTok, Beast Rhymes and Parlays. We got the Instagram, Beast Rhymes and Parlays, because we can't get everything on the show. We have some sharp movements sometimes that comes on later. We have injuries that come up later. And also, too, sometimes we have a little bit of intel that we might want to add a little bit later because we got to do the show a little bit earlier in the week. So make sure y'all check those. We had hit a plus 3,000 this year on the site, TikTok and Instagram. So we hit everywhere, honestly, but make sure y'all follow us everywhere, man. You got anything?
No, sir, man. Just follow me on TikTok at JBay's World. You know what I'm saying? The platform's growing, man. We almost up to 12K followers. Check us out on Instagram. Please check, and that's at Beats, Rhymes, and Parlays. Check us out. We got a Beats, Rhymes, and Parlays community, and that's where you get them home run parlays. So we appreciate the support, man. This is our first year getting through it. We got more to come, so continue to show us love, man. We're going to keep going.
All right, man, and make sure y'all don't forget that we are the Get Money Boys, and what we want, man, we want that smoke. Yes, sir.
See you next week, Oklahoma. Remember, I told you that. Oklahoma.
Yeah, man.